So let us examine the cost difference when we are using CNG and petrol. 1,000 kilometer, you are going to save 29,000 rupees, almost 30,000 rupees you are saving in a year. And if you think of converting your petrol or diesel vehicle into CNG, I suggest before you make that decision, you need to consider a few aspects, which that is very important. Hi everyone. I think there is no need to mention about the ever increasing petrol price. It's been more than 3 years since the price touched 100 rupees. I think because of this rapid increase in petrol price, the middle class families are getting affected, especially who are using their car for daily commuting, getting affected because of this. So in this particular video, we will show you an alternative method with which you can at least save some 40 to 50% on your petrol cost, and thereby you can save some money for your other expenses. So the option is nothing but CNG, and I think many people have got some apprehension regarding the usage of CNG in their vehicle. So I thought better I will show this video based on my own experience, because I have been using CNG for last 1.5 years in my car. And of course, in this video, I'll be covering what are the prerequisites that you need to consider before you make a decision to convert it into CNG, and what are the things you need to do immediately after converting into CNG. And in the later part of this video, I'll be showing an illustration. With that, you can understand how much you are going to save out of the CNG in a particular year. And one another thing which I wanted to add, this video is not going to be a technically detailed video, but I'm focusing on an end user perspective. Okay, so let's get into the details. So this is the CNG indicator, which shows how much of CNG available in your vehicle. So once you fill the CNG completely, there are 5 LED lights here. The entire 5 lights will get on. And one another thing is which we need to remember is when you take your vehicle first time in a day, initially the vehicle will be starting with the petrol option. So by default it will be with the petrol option, but once you run the vehicle around 2 kilometers, it will automatically converts into CNG. So if you look at there is a button in the middle of this knob, and if you press on this one, as you can see here, currently the vehicle has been converted into petrol, and if you press once again, it's moved to CNG. Even you can hear the sound difference as well. There is a light sound difference when it converts into the CNG. And one another important thing what I noticed or I would like to express is many people ask me, like my friends, when they get into the car, they will ask what if the CNG gets over, whether you need to manually change it to the petrol mode. The answer is absolutely no. You don't need to do anything. It's completely automatic. Once the CNG gets over, the vehicle will automatically gets converted into the petrol mode, and you don't even need to stop the vehicle or anything. As I mentioned before, if you think of converting your petrol or diesel vehicle into CNG, I suggest before you make that decision, you need to consider a few aspects, that is very important. The first thing is, I don't suggest, if your vehicle is not more than 3 years old, you don't go for a CNG option. I think you won't go, because most of the vehicle gave engine warranty for 3 years. So naturally, no one wants to break that warranty period. So that's first criteria. And the second one, what I felt is, if your vehicle is relatively small and if you travel frequently to some other place with lots of luggage, then CNG option may not be feasible for your vehicle. The reason being, the cylinder of CNG eats away lots of boot space of your vehicle. So for a small vehicle wherein you travel frequently with lots of luggages, may not be a feasible option. The third point which you need to consider is the availability of CNG. The place wherein you live, you need to ensure that CNG is readily available, at least within some 3-4 kilometers radius. Because if the CNG is not readily available and you need to travel, you need to drive for 15-20 kilometers just to fill CNG, it may not be a feasible option. And along with that, if you are a frequent traveler to a particular place or to your hometown, before making a decision to convert it to CNG, you need to study whether the CNG is available on the way of your entire travel. For example, in my case, before I installing CNG, I live even though I live in Bangalore, my hometown is in Kerala, Calicut. So I did a study whether the CNG is available on my entire route, so that converting to CNG is a profitable option. I could find out that there are many CNG options on the way, so that's the reason I proceeded with the CNG option. So that's the third criteria which you need to consider before making a decision. Okay, now let's get back and let us see the cylinder valve wherein the CNG is getting filled. Want to close up? So this is the cylinder valve, and there is a cap also. So this is the valve through which the CNG is getting filled. So you need to ensure that every time after filling the CNG, this is you are closing this valve. And you can see here there is a control knob also, which you can keep it in the off position whenever required. However, in last 1.5 years, I never kept this on off mode. And when I talk about this cylinder valve, so I need to mention, I must mention one point, is that this is a little difficult from the convenience perspective, because you need to, every time you need to open the bonnet and you need to, then only you can open this cylinder valve. However, in the latest installation, companies has come up with an invention. Actually, they have fixed this cylinder valve next to the normal petrol fuel. So you can see this is the cylinder wherein CNG gets filled, and you can see the size of this, and actually this is occupying half of the ground area of the boot space. And this is a 9 kg cylinder wherein you can fill up to 9 kg of CNG, and which is sufficient for more than 150 kilometers of running. And here as well you can see a control knob. If it is required, you can switch it off. Maybe some of you might be thinking that at least there were few cases of explosions, CNG explosions, so maybe that would be coming in your mind at this point of time. So my suggestion is, if at all you make a decision to convert into CNG, you ensure that you are going through authorized dealer and going for a branded product. So you can see here, this is a Lovato. This is a number one Italian brand, and I went through one of the authorized dealer. And one another thing which you need to always keep in mind is that this cylinder, the life of this cylinder is always 10 years. Doesn't matter how good this one is looking, this will be a scrap after 10 years. You need to definitely replace this. So, and ensure that you are not buying any such products relating to the CNG from any unauthorized person that may be inferior in quality. So that's very important. And I'm not sure whether I mentioned it before. Many people don't know actually that they can convert their existing petrol or diesel vehicle into CNG by making some arrangements. But again, that is not possible for all the vehicles. But if you show your RC to a authorized dealer of CNG, then they can immediately tell you in a minute whether that is possible or not. If I remember correctly, some of the automatic vehicles are not possible to convert, but 80% of the vehicles are possible to convert into CNG. So that's about the external part. So now I'll explain how this is going to benefit you with an illustration. And of course, you might be thinking about the cost of the CNG installation. So for me, it costed more than around 55,000 rupees, and I spent around 5,000 rupees for legalizing, for adding the CNG as a fuel to my book. So to RTO, I have paid around 5,000 rupees. So the total cost was around 60,000 rupees. So that is my capital expenditure on CNG. And as I mentioned before, you need to do couple of things immediately after converting CNG. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. In fact, you need to do it simultaneously. Once you decide to convert it into CNG, you need to either through your agent, CNG partner, or by yourself through Parivahan website, you can raise a request to add additional fuel, CNG as the additional fuel. And then once you install the CNG in your vehicle, you need to renew your insurance, or you need to add CNG as additional fuel into your existing insurance. Otherwise, your insurance will be void. So these two things are very important. One is adding CNG as additional fuel to the RC, then adding CNG as additional fuel on your insurance. So now let us see how the CNG is going to benefit us in terms of money.
So let us examine the cost difference when we are using CNG and petrol. I'm taking a simple example and I'm comparing two vehicles wherein you can understand the savings. So in this example, so we are considering a particular vehicle is driving for 1,000 kilometer per month. So you can see here, as you can see here, so this is the petrol price in Bangalore as of today, and this is the CNG price. And I'm considering average mileage for both vehicles. Alto average mileage I'm considering as 17 kilometer, and 17 kilometers with petrol, and with CNG it is 23 kilometers. We will be getting around 40% more than the petrol mileage. So same way, EcoSport we are getting 13% with petrol, but with CNG we will be getting 18.2. So and here comes the monthly calculation. So if you drive auto vehicle for 1,000 kilometer in a month, so the fuel cost will be 5,994, whereas the CNG cost will be 3,500. So you will be saving 2,486 rupees in a month when you use CNG in an auto and you drive for 1,000 kilometers. And if you just convert that into yearly, you can see here. So yearly, with the same parameter in an auto vehicle, with a driving of 1,000 kilometer, you are going to save 29,000 rupees, almost 30,000 rupees you are saving in a year. And if you come here and notice here, you can see another comparison. The cost of CNG installation is 60,000 rupees. As I mentioned before, this includes our RTO, RC transfer cost as well. To recover your 60,000 rupees, if you drive your auto vehicle for 1,000 kilometers per month, you need to have 2 years to recover your 60,000 rupees. In another words, if I put across in months, you need to drive for 24 months to recover your cost. So after 24 months, whatever earnings, whatever savings you are making will be your profit compared to the petrol usage. And this is with 1,000 kilometer drive per month. And same way, if you look at the calculation for EcoSport with 1,000 kilometer running, you will be saving 3,251 rupees in a month, and that corresponds to 39,000 rupees in an year. And to recover your initial investment of 60,000 rupees, you need to have 1.5 years of driving you need to have, which is 18 months of driving. And another interesting thing, if you look at here, if you continue for 5 years of driving with the same vehicle and with the assumption of all other costs are same, okay, so that's the basic assumption here. If you look at, if you drive auto for 5 years, you are saving around 1,50,000 rupees just from the fuel cost. And same way, you are saving 1,95,000 rupees in an EcoSport just by using CNG in place of petrol in a span of 5 years. And as I said, this is with just 1,000 kilometer per month. And if there are people who are driving more actually, so imagine if I convert this into 2000, you can see the savings drastically. Monthly savings in Alto become 5,000 rupees, and yearly will be around 60,000 rupees. Similarly, with EcoSpace, monthly savings is 6,500 and 78,000 yearly. And with 5 year in Alto, you are saving 2,98,000 rupees, and with EcoSport, 3,90,000 rupees. This is considering all other expenses remain same. Imagine you are driving 36,000 kilometers in a year, which means 3,000 kilometers per month. Look at the savings, or look at the time you need to recover your fixed cost, which is 60,000 rupees. You need to you need to have only 8 months. You just need to have only 8 months to recover your 60,000 rupees in Alto. Whereas in EcoSport, you will be recovering your initial investment just in 6 months. And in a span of 5 years, you will be saving 4,47,000 rupees in Alto, and 5,85,000 rupees in EcoSport. So that's all about this illustration. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. I believe this video will benefit you in some or other way. And if you seriously think of converting your vehicle to from petrol or diesel model to CNG, I believe that's a better option. Of course, considering after various different factors. So you please put across your comments in the comment box, and give us a like if you like this video. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do subscribe and support us. Thank you very much for watching this video. Bye.